97.9, the Box H-Town, #1 hip-hop and R&B station, the G, a pimp, and another beautiful special guest in the building.
Man, we have the lovely first time in the studio with us. Kaash Paige is in the building. Yeah! Now, since this is the time you've been on me and G-Man show, we got to go on and reintroduce you. Tell me how Kaash Paige got in this whole music thing. Let's take it from the top.
Man, Kaash Paige got into music from, just watching her dad produce in the closet. He created a closet in the studio. He created a studio in the closet and kind of just like led me to be in that way. Honestly, I just kept hearing beats from it. I walked in there one day and I was like, "What you doing?" He was like, "Making beats." You know what I'm saying? I think you should pursue music because I always sung around the house and ended up doing it. And we had made love songs. So yeah.
Man, so what got you discovered? Because I see now that you got to deal with Def Jam. What was it that got you discovered and got you on the I Watching Def Jam?
Honestly, the story's pretty weird. My A&R got into it with his girlfriend and went on SoundCloud and came across my music, and then he reached out to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the best way to do it, the SoundCloud. Yeah. So if you could describe Kaash Paige music to a person that has never heard your music before, how would you describe it?
I would say it varies, you know what I'm saying? I go through different phases of life just like everybody else. I would say a lot of people know me in my R&B phase, but I'm for sure on my pop rock star phase right now.
I've been seeing that now. Now, as I've been looking and watching you on these festivals and everything, I would definitely say that you definitely on some rock star stuff. I see y'all diving across stages over there into the audience. And it looks like an amazing experience. And Kaash will be performing tonight at House of Blues tonight. So get your tickets. If you have not got them, get the lining up. Matter of fact, you need to start lining up right now. And maybe doing it. Man, you know, I'm trying to tell you that it is. So how's the tour been going? Because y'all been on tour for the past week. How's the tour been going?
The tour's been insane. My first headlining tour. We sold out Oakland and LA. Performed at New Parish and the Roxy. Pretty crazy. Of course, Dallas got canceled, which was good because it was just like it's perfect timing. It got rescheduled for February 15th. So that's gonna be fun. And
do you feel like your energy goes down a little bit when you do back-to-back shows? Like you like to have that little space in between?
I feel like sometimes, but not really, because honestly, I'm just grateful. A lot of people don't get to tour. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, everybody gotta understand. I popped off during COVID, so it was like biggest song ever. COVID. Now you can't do tours. Now you can't do shows, and so it's like I had to restart my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me to actually be able to tour now, it's like crazy. And then, you doubt yourself. You're your worst critic. So I'm like, it's like when you throw a birthday party, like, are people going to show up? And then you get there and, you meet and greet, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, because my meet and greet cap is like 27 to 50 people. So I meet them and I'm like, all right, because they start filling it up. And then whenever I come back, it's like, Kaash, you sold out. This, that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be like, dang, like, that's wild. Because in your mind, you just like, if it's 15 people there, if it's 100 people there, if it's 200 people there, I'm still going to perform. But you still want to always pack it out because it make you feel good. Like, they messing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I like that story right there. I've heard some of the greats that have told similar stories where it started out with 50 people, 100, 150. Heard that story from both Kendrick and J. Cole.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. So, you on the right trail. You on the right trail. How did it feel when you got put on your first festival?
Oh, man. My first festival, it was crazy because I was like, I didn't understand that festivals get that wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could throw water on people, like, throw more water on me. Go. And you're like, all right. So I feel like festivals is what kind of made me go into the pop rock stuff because that was already my favorite type of genre. But it's like when you at those festivals, you hear those 808s on those speakers and you see the white kids going wild and they want to just mosh and rage. And so you're just like, all right, cool, let's do it. And, I feel like one dope thing that me and Jazz been doing is showing that girls rock too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we go to these shows, it's a lot of black women that's in this like crowds moshing with us. They be turned. They just love to have fun. So that's been exciting.
Speaking of Young Jazz,
I've actually never asked her, so I'm gonna ask you because Jazz might lie to me. Oh!
So how did you go about picking Young Jazz to be your official tour DJ? How did it happen?
Okay, so Jazz interviewed me in 2019 on my rise. I haven't been in this room since 2019, by the way.
Wow.
So she was just talking to me. She's like, oh, yeah, I want to start DJing, this, that, you know what I'm saying, like traveling. I was like, all right, cool. COVID hit, so we kind of just like briefly still chopped it up. We saw each other at Astroworld, and we kept talking about, all right, cool, we just going to, this is going to happen. And then I had a show out here 2 years ago. I opened up for Lucky Day, and I was like, speaking of DJ, I need a DJ. I was like, are you down? Literally hit her up probably the day before or the day of. And then she just pulled up on me, and we've been locked in ever since.
There it is.
That next day, she ran a Guitar Center and got her to control it the whole night.
Oh, yeah. She's in there getting DJ tips from us. How this go? How this work?
Teach me this button.
What this button do?
Man, what's been the craziest thing that you've seen at a concert somebody did to try to get your attention?
Jazz, what's been the craziest thing?
Well, she been signing titties, that's for sure.
Hey, man, and sometimes you got to sign it and everything. And what you going to have to do, Cash, this is what you going to have
I
to
maybe
do.
see a tattoos.
A tattoo?
A lot of people got my name tattooed on them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you made it, girl.
In Oakland, there was a girl who she signed like her, was it leg or arm?
Yeah, no, it was in LA. So the girl in Oakland, she had Kaash Paige tattooed on her arm, and then the girl in LA, she was like, if you sign my leg, I'm gonna get it tatted. And I literally signed her leg, and then the next day she got it tatted.
Do you know how dope that is to have somebody put that you have that much of an impact on somebody that they will ink their body with your name?
It's dope. It's dope. In my mind, you have to understand, like, from the outside looking in, I don't know how, other people see me. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm just like, I'm Kyla. You know what I'm saying? I just be chilling. I'm just like, I'm making music. We having fun. We getting lit. But to other people, they're like, oh my God, bro, this is Kaash Paige. And they be freaking out. And I just be hugging them. I'm just like, bro, you good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to cry. You don't got to scream. Like, we good.
Lit, what's the littiest city you've been in so far?
Oakland, low key. For right now, for tour, I would say Oakland. And then Houston about to be crazy. Houston's always
Houston,
crazy
we got to
whenever
top
I
the
get
list
here.
tonight. It got to be Houston
Yeah.
and Oakland. I need y'all to show up and show out.
And we
House
at
of
camp.
Blues.
And we at camp tonight.
The
too.
after party. Oh, Lord. Yeah, do y'all got a show tomorrow night? Y'all,
Nah, we got a show the next day.
okay, y'all get a break in.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna need it if you go party in Houston, because we act the damn fool down here. We party to the 18th party for the situation, for the
Houston's
situation.
crazy. Every single time I've been out here, it's been crazy. The girls, they love me out here.
Oh, they're gonna have the girls with them. I'm about to come through tonight. I'm gonna see what's going down.
So you like that rock grunge type stuff? Who were you listening to before? Was there anybody that you kind of like saw and were like, man, I want to be like that, but on the rap tip?
Yes. So like I would say Vampire Weekend, Gorillaz, Nirvana, and I love Bizkit. Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I'm thinking about his Instagram tag. Yeah. Limp Bizkit is fire. Like Fred Durst is super fire. And when I watched what was it, Woodstock. When I watched Woodstock, I was like, oh yeah, that's the stages I want to be on, because I see the type of power that they carry on stage. Like when you seen DMX on stage, he shook up the whole, you know what I'm saying? And then with Limp Bizkit, the way they was on stage, of course they was making people rage, but it was like anything they said, people would do it. They was like, go tear this car apart. People started tearing the car apart, jumping on top of a car, like literally. So I feel like that's another thing. J. Cole said somewhere, he was like, are you making music because you love music, or are you making this for people to worship you? And I was like, maybe both.
Wow.
I was like, maybe both.
You can have both.
That's dope. That's dope. What's the new single? What's the latest single out now that you put?
I don't know. I'm just pushing the album. S2ML, Soundtrack to My Life. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, go stream that
Yeah,
right
go
there.
stream that. I don't know. The thing is, what's crazy, I don't know what's next for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like,
Day by day.
yeah, I'm just focused on tour right now. I feel like last year I used to always be like, festival, music, like always focused on what's next instead of allowing myself to be in the present. So I feel like tour has been crazy. It still hasn't hit me yet that I'm on tour. You know what I'm saying? Even looking back at the videos, I'll be like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like it hasn't hit me yet. And I feel like God is going to allow it to hit me at the right time.
Dream feature.
Dream feature.
If you could have anybody on a feature, who would it be?
Probably Beyonce.
Oh, oh yeah, that's how making it do what it do.
Yeah, like I remember whenever I was at the Rock Nation, like what party was it? It was the end of the year party. She told me that my pen game was cold. And I was
you done got the blessing from the queen. Yes.
I tapping with her. I would love to work with B. And she already put me on as far as the Ivy Park photo shoot that I did for her, but like I want to like work musically too.
Talk that talk, girl.
Yeah.
Talk that. Shout out your Instagram so people can follow if they ain't following
Amen.
already.
Kaash Paige, KAASHPAIGE. That's my Instagram, and my Twitter handle is Cash My Checks.
Man, Kaash Paige in the building tonight. House of Blues. We gonna show up and show out. It's going down anytime you in town. And Jazz acting fun. You come on our show.
What?
Jazz, Hollywood.
Yeah, it's going down right here on 97.9 The Box, baby.
Hey, look, do the little baby.
And we're right on schedule.
That.